Invincible Shuangwen Ye Linkong travels through the fantasy world and is betrayed. He is deposed from his cultivation and expelled from the Xiansheng Cave, becoming a useless person, causing his family to fall into crisis. Just as he was in despair, the system, which had been delayed for 16 years, suddenly activated and obtained the indeterminate and invincible check-in system. And on the day of Miss Morong's divorce, parents from the Godless tribe came to find their son and unravel the mystery of their background. Successful check.in in the Immortal Palace and reward. Immortal weapon, slaying immortal flying dagger. Successfully check.in in the ancient secret realm and receive a reward. The innate spiritual root, peach tree. Successfully checked in at the Holy Maiden's chamber of Taicang Temple and received a reward. Emperor's Classic of Taiyin. With the support of the system and an invincible background, Ye Linkong embarked on the path of invincibility to the heavens and the rule of the ages. What kind of divine son and saint, the supreme pride of heaven, the son of luck, suppress with one hand? Countless years later, Ye Linkong became an unparalleled monument on the path of cultivation for all beings in the heavens and realms, paying homage to him. At the same time, it is also the supreme taboo that countless heavenly powers are unwilling to mention. Keywords of the novel. On the day of divorce, parents of the godless race come without a pop-up window. On the day of divorce, parents of the godless race come with the latest chapters for download. Chapter 1. Family Crisis, a system late in the 16 years of the apocalypse. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 1 Family Crisis, a system late in the 16 years of the apocalypse. Chaozhou Star Domain, Xianhuang World, Northern Domain. Blackstone City, Yi family. Master Yi, a month ago, to save your son, you borrowed a loan from my Wanbao studio to purchase the 9 transformations Yuan Dan, and owed a huge sum of 100,000 yuan in Zhongping Yuanshe, including principal and interest. Today, I was ordered to come and collect the payment. Please cooperate with the Yi family. A cold voice echoed in the lobby of the Yi family. The speaker was an old man dressed in blue, with a hooked nose and a cold and intimidating demeanor. At this moment, a handsome and slender young man stood in the corner of the hall, lowering his eyes, clenching his fists, and showing a look of immense self-blame on his face. Because of his foolish behavior, he pushed the Yi family into the abyss. Damn it! The young man is the young master of the Yi family, Ye Linkong. He used to be a genius with extraordinary talent and fame. At the age of 10, he became a disciple of the mysterious cultivation Holy Land, Xiansheng Dongtian, in the Xianhuang world. Becoming the young generation in the entire northern region, admired by everyone as the proud son of heaven. Now that I have fallen to this point and my cultivation has been completely ruined, I must rely on the 9 transformations Yuan Dan to protect my life, all under the hands of a woman. Chu Qingyi. The leader of the young generation in Xiansheng Dongtian. A goddess who meets once in 1,000 years in the vast world of Xianhuang. The world is unparalleled in beauty, surpassing the mundane world. Thinking of that woman, Ye Linkong's eyes became ferocious, his fingerbones clenched with a creaking sound, his nails deeply embedded in his palms, and blood continuously seeped out. Lick the dog, lick until the end with nothing. If it weren't for her deception and her promising future, the Yi family wouldn't have been in danger. This is the tragic end of being a licking dog. Unfortunately, there is no regret medicine sold in the world. If given another chance, he will never trust any woman again. Managerly, the IOU we signed earlier was for 100,000 lower-grade source stones. How did it become 100,000 middle-grade source stones? Moreover, the value of the 9 transformations Yuan Dan is far from reaching 100,000 intermediate source stones. Has Wanbao Studio made a mistake? In the hall, the homeowner Yi Zhan was stunned for a moment and anxiously asked. Yuanshe, the hard currency of this world. There are 4 levels. Inferior, medium, superior, and top. Quality. The gap between each level is huge. It can be used for cultivation, formation, and other purposes. 100,000 yuan of high-quality source stones is equivalent to hundreds of years of income for the Yi family. No wonder Yi Zhan became extremely anxious. This will be a huge amount that the Yi family cannot afford to repay. The 9 transformation yuan dan is not worth that price, it's worth it when you include the interest. White paper and black letters are here, how can you let the Yi family deny it? Please repay it obediently. Manager Li sneered coldly. The power of the extraordinary heavenly gang realm was unleashed, which frightened the members of the Yi family and made them tremble. You should know that Yi Zhan, the strongest member of the Yi family, does not have such a strong fluctuation of vitality. Obviously, Manboozai came prepared. 100,000 medium-grade source stones, the Yi family can't even take them out. Your Wanbaozai may be deceiving people too much. Yi Zhan's face darkened and he felt extremely angry in his heart. No matter how foolish he is, he cannot owe such a high interest IOU. It seems that it was secretly set up by Wanbaozai. When Ye Linkong was still in the Xiansheng Cave, Wanbaozai tried various ways to please the Yi family. Now that I have just been in trouble, I have been hit hard by falling into the well. The world is desolate. The black crystal or under your Yi family's name is good. In 3 days' time, I will send someone from Wanbao Studio to take over. If the Yi family doesn't hand it over, let's wait for the blood to flow into the river. After putting down his harsh words, Manager Li smiled proudly and left with a brush of his sleeve. Watching the departing figure, Yi Zhan clenched his fists and looked angry. It is obvious that this is Wanbaozhai's manipulation of IOUs, with the aim of attempting to seize the black crystal ore of the Yi family. Blackstone City is named after the black crystal mine. The Yi family also rose up due to the black crystal ore mine. This is fate. Roots. If it weren't for rescuing my son, I wouldn't have been fooled by Wanbaozai. The elders of the Yi family were also anxiously pacing in place. Turning his head to look at Ye Linkong in the hall, he couldn't help but sigh. This was once the pride of the entire Yi family, and even the entire Blackstone City and Northern Territory, but now, father, it was I who implicated you and the entire Yi family. Ye Linkong knelt down with a thud and said with a guilty expression on his face. Empty, it's not your fault, there's no need to blame yourself. Being able to save your life, I have no regrets for my father. Although Yi Zhan had been tortured and exhausted, he still showed a kind smile as he looked at his son. Looking at the middle-aged man with a kind smile in front of him, Yi Lin was deeply moved. This man is too kind to him. He has a huge secret hidden in his heart. Ye Linkong is not a person from this world, but a traveler from Earth. At first, he was playing games by cheating and adhering to the principle of joining if he couldn't win. Suddenly, the brain seemed to be electrocuted and fainted. When he woke up, he found himself crossing over to a baby. What surprised him even more was, at this moment, I was torn apart by someone forcibly sent into a space tunnel. Subsequently, it appeared in the northern region of the Xianhuang world. It is obvious that one's background is definitely not simple. People who can tear apart the void and open spatial tunnels have never heard of them in the mysterious and powerful Xiansheng Cave. This person is likely to be their own parents or relatives. However, I don't know what happened, which led to me being forcibly sent away. I, who was sent to the northern regions, happened to be picked up and adopted by Yi Zhan. Therefore, Ye Linkong has always been clear that Yi Zhan is not his biological father. But Yi Zhan himself was unaware. Even if they are not parent-child, they are willing to pay any price for themselves at all costs. Grace is as heavy as a mountain. With guilt and self-blame, Ye Linkong arrived at the highest cliff outside the city. This place is clean and elegant, with rare human traces. Therefore, it is easier to calm down here. He lay on the lawn, holding a piece of dog-tail grass at the corner of his mouth. Calmly looking at the steep mountains and peaks. When I reach the summit, I gaze at the small mountains. Being there, the bad mood was calmed down a lot. I have seen for the first time the law of the jungle in this world of cultivation. In this world, with strength, there is everything. Without strength, even a pile of shit is inferior. Everyone wants to step forward and step on you. From childhood to adulthood, Ye Linkong has shown astonishing talent. It seems to be related to one's own background. After all, the descendants of the strong usually have strong talents. From a niche star holding the moon, people around him are all complimenting and friendly. Even in the Xiansheng Cave, he is still an outstanding figure among his peers and is valued by his elders. He, who had never been beaten by society, thought this was a friendly world. It wasn't until I was deposed and expelled from the holy cave that I gradually realized the malice and darkness of this world. Even the members of the Yi family, who had been respectful to him since childhood, mocked him from behind and cursed him for causing trouble to the Yi family. Of course, due to the identity of the head of the Yi Zhan family, they dare not openly bully Ye Linkong. All of this is due to strength. Only with strong strength, in this world of the jungle, can one deserve everything, including dignity. Now that my meridians are completely destroyed and I am useless, I can no longer cultivate. How can I regain my dignity and seek revenge against that woman? How to repay my father's kindness? Ye Linkong let out a bitter smile, his heart filled with despair. Suddenly, a cold mechanical sound rang out in his mind. Ding, you have a system that arrived 16 years late, please check it carefully. End of this chapter. Chapter 2. The limits of the physical realm of the universe, the strongest constitution of the heavens. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 2. The limits of the physical realm of the universe, the strongest constitution of the heavens. Congratulations to the host, you have obtained the indeterminate and invincible check-in system and the newcomer gift pack. Ding, the system has been activated. This system sincerely serves you, helping the host invincible to the heavens and all realms, and being independent for eternity. The sudden sound stunned Ye Linkong. System. Sleeping in the trough, the passers-by really have golden fingers. Those dog authors really didn't lie to themselves. Before his travels, Ye Linkong often read novels on QQ, so he was no stranger. This is something that I changed my life against the heavens. Excited and excited, he suddenly realized something. 16 years late. Do you know how I spent these 16 years? 16 years. A full 16 years. If you don't give some compensation, make a resolute complaint. Yi Lin shouted loudly in the hollow. I don't know if the system will take care of me. If the system is not late, one will not experience the pain of losing cultivation and will avoid taking many detours. Perhaps now, I am invincible in the vast world of Xian Huang and have become the supreme existence. Of course, this is just a casual complaint after experiencing a low point in life recently. The independently invincible check-in system has been delayed for 16 years and has been delivered. As a gesture of apology, this system has included a delay compensation gift package. Is there really compensation? Ye Linkong was stunned. I just casually complained and didn't expect the system to generously send a compensation package. I love it so much. How to use the system and its functions. Ye Linkong immediately silently recited the Tao. Firstly, it is necessary to clarify the usage method of the system. Immediately, a cold mechanical sound echoed in his mind. Firstly, by checking in at the designated location in this system, rewards can be obtained. The more special, dangerous, and advanced the designated location is, the higher the host's own realm strength, and the more precious the rewards obtained by checking in. Secondly, killing the son of Qi Yun or conquering the daughter of Qi Yun can provide a special unlimited check-in opportunity. The son, daughter, of Qi Yun is the biggest obstacle on the host's path to invincibility. Killing or subduing them can naturally earn abundant rewards. The son, daughter, of Qi luck has the blessing of world-level Qi luck, which is not only powerful but also very difficult to kill. She will be the strongest enemy on the invincible path of the host. After encountering it, please give it your all and be careful when dealing with it. System: why does the son of Qi Yun want to kill, but the daughter of Qi Yun want to subdue? Ye Linkong asked in confusion. Because the host is male, every daughter of Qi luck is an unparalleled and rare woman, it's a pity to kill them. After collecting the daughters of luck, they will be unconditionally loyal to the host, never betray, and do whatever the host does to them. After obtaining the answer, Ye Linkong breathed a long sigh of relief. Having suffered a woman's loss once, I don't want to suffer again. Since we cannot betray them, we can accept them for our own use. Open the beginner gift pack. Ye Linkong instructed. We need to see what kind of good thing it is. Beginner gift pack open to obtain. Supreme Sutra. The Supreme Sutra, the strongest imperial scripture of all heavens, cultivates the supreme mysteries and leads directly to the path of invincibility. Including the Supreme Heavenly Cultivation Chapter, Supreme God and Demon Cultivation Chapter, Supreme Immortal Soul Chapter, and Supreme Destruction Secret Method Chapter. By practicing the Supreme Sutra, one can crush all living beings in the same realm. The strongest imperial scripture of the heavens leads directly to the invincible path, crushing all living beings in the same realm. How domineering! Observing the supreme scripture, Ye Linkong immediately felt a surge of passion and excitement. The heart was pounding, as if about to jump out. Invincible Emperor's Classic. Ye Linkong, who had stayed in the Xiansheng Cave, still has some understanding of this world. Legend has it that the great emperor is the strongest in this world. The Emperor's Classic is the strongest martial art. The imperial scriptures only exist in legends for the Xiansheng Cave heaven, with very few records. I don't know how many levels higher it is than the ancient Holy Heart Sutra. The Supreme Sutra is the strongest imperial scripture that can crush all imperial scriptures. I didn't expect the beginner gift package to be so big. I haven't waited in vain for 16 years. Calm down, calm down. The delay compensation package has not been opened yet. Ye Linkong was really afraid that he would die suddenly due to excitement. That will be the greatest shame among all the travelers. After calming down, Ye Linkong instructed to activate the delay compensation gift package. Delay compensation gift package open to obtain. Root Bone Card X1, Understanding Card X1, Realm Card X1, and Premium Source Stone X1000000. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Ye Linkong excitedly exclaimed 3 words of reliance. Because the system has given too much. The magnitude of the compensation was so great that even he didn't expect it. Root Bone Card. After use, add 10,000 root bones, which determine the speed of breaking through the cultivation level. Understanding Card, after use, adds 10,000 points of understanding, which determines the speed of comprehending magical powers. Realm Card, after use, directly break through the 13 levels of the physical realm, the limit of the physical realm universe. The first realm of cultivation is the physical realm, also known as the foundation realm. As the name suggests, it is to solidify the foundation and strengthen the physical foundation, laying a solid foundation for the next path of cultivation. The body is a huge container. The stronger the body, the more energy it can hold. The longer and smoother the path of cultivation in the future. And the combat power of the same realm will also become stronger. Although it is only the first level in the cultivation process, it is a very important process of solidifying the foundation. The physical body has 9 levels of realm, and every time it breaks through one level, it can enhance strength, eliminate impurities, and enhance the breadth of the 5 internal organs. Of course, the 9 realms of the physical body are just the endpoint for ordinary people, not the endpoint for geniuses. Ordinary people usually cultivate to the 9th level of their physical body, but find it difficult to move a single step and have to start to challenge the 2nd level of Qi. And above the 9 levels, there are still several levels of realm that cannot be achieved unless they are geniuses who suppress an era. After the 9th fold of the physical body, the divine treasure inside the body will be opened. Therefore, the strength of the physical body will undergo a qualitative change, far stronger than the 9th weight of the physical body. And after the 9th level, one level becomes one level sky, which is very difficult to cross. However, the benefits obtained from crossing one level are exponentially increasing. Cultivating to the level of 10 in the physical body can be called a peerless genius. And the 13-fold physical body is the limit of the physical realm that can be reached in the universe. The entire universe, a supreme demon that is difficult to produce for billions of years, is qualified to challenge the 13-fold of the physical body. Realm cards can directly help Ye Linkong reach the limits of the universe's physical realm. Moreover, all of one's discarded meridians have been restored and one can start practicing again. How could he not be excited? You should know that in the Xiansheng Cave, he only broke through to the 10th level realm of the physical body, and is already a genius with incomparable demons. In the entire history of the Xiansheng Cave, only 3 super demons with 11 layers of flesh have appeared. Chu Qingyi, the woman whose teeth were itching with hatred from Ye Linkong, was one of the 3. Xianhuang world, a goddess that is rare to encounter in 1,000 years. Otherwise, Ye Linkong would not have been fooled by it and made a big mistake. After all, she is so excellent that many men are captivated and willing to bow down for her. Ye Linkong sat cross-legged and used the 3 cards he obtained. Successfully used bone card, increased by 10,000 bones, successfully awakened chaos holy body. Successful use of comprehension card, increasing 10,000 points of comprehension, successfully awakening chaotic Tao body. The fusion of 2 major constitutions awakens the Chaos Holy Body Tao fetus. Chaos Holy Body Tao maiden not only possesses a strong physique for combat and cultivation, but is also not suppressed by the Tao. It is extremely easy to comprehend the laws of heaven and earth, and is one of the strongest physiques in all heavens and realms. Ye Linkong was completely stunned. I didn't expect such a big change after using Root Bone card and Understanding card. With the strongest physique of the Chaos Holy Body Tao Tai, the path of cultivation in the future will surely be smooth sailing. End of this chapter. Chapter 3. Shaking the Universe, Breaking the Shackles of the Great Way. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 3. Shaking the Universe, Breaking the Shackles of the Great Way. The Chaos Holy Body Tao child not only gave Ye Linkong a qualitative transformation in his cultivation talent and understanding. Moreover, possessing this physique is not suppressed by the Tao, and is extremely friendly to the laws of heaven and earth, with unparalleled combat power in the same realm. Absolutely one of the invincible constitutions in the universe. It seems that the magnitude of the compensation package has been underestimated previously. As for 1 million premium source stones, it is many times more than the total sum of the entire Xianhuang world. The preciousness of top-quality source stones is far beyond the comparison of other quality source stones. Even if it's just a top-notch source stone. A cultivation holy land like Xiansheng Dongtian will not hesitate to send people to compete for it. The higher the realm, the higher the demand for the quality of the source stone. No matter how many low-quality source stones there are, they have no effect on high-level cultivators. The wealth of 1 million top-quality source stones is unimaginable. Equivalent to instantly transforming Ye Linkong from a poor boy to the richest person in the world. No, he should be the richest person in the galaxy. Successfully used the realm card, breaking through the 13 layers of the physical body. Boom. At this moment, a golden light burst out from Ye Linkong's body, illuminating the entire sky. Countless mysterious runes, like starlight and Milky Way, surround him. A dazzling and imposing scene. The power of this anomaly soared even higher into the sky, reaching straight into the starry sky. Make the entire starry sky start to tremble violently. Even the avenue trembled incessantly, and an incredible anomaly occurred. At this moment, countless old monsters, powerful beings, and the strongest creatures were startled in various Jedi-forbidden areas in the endless starry sky. Everyone opened their eyes and looked at this incredible scene. Surprisingly, someone attempted to impact the 13-fold of their physical body. The experts were all very surprised. At that time, many ethnic groups, including us, joined forces and sacrificed a great deal to lower the 13 shackles of the Great Tao, making it impossible for the human race to break through the 13 levels of the physical body. Humph, the arrogant human race kid dares to try to break free from the shackles of the Tao. The universe's most powerful beings sneered one by one. I am very disdainful of this kind of behavior of a cat shaking a big tree. This sun can actually trigger the trembling sound of the main road. If it weren't for our human race's defeat back then, we would definitely have been able to break through the 13 layers of our physical body. Unfortunately, such a genius was born in an era when he was shackled by the Tao. The human race is capable of lamenting. In the history of the human race, there were no more than 10 supreme demons who broke through the 13 layers of flesh. But each one is a formidable force that can shock the world and intimidate the entire universe. Powerful to an incredible extent. For this reason, the Xiansheng spirit clan joined forces to lower the 13 shackles of the Tao and prevent the human race from breaking through the 13 layers of the flesh. However, at this moment, the 13 golden shackles suspended in the starry sky began to slowly shatter inch by inch. What? How could it be possible? Has the shackles of the road broken? What exactly happened? At this moment, all the experts were dumbfounded, watching this incredible scene. Quickly, all 13 shackles shattered. In the starry sky, a strong wind suddenly blew and thunder surged, creating a terrifying scene. Although the Great Tao has lowered 13 shackles, making it impossible for humans to cultivate to the 13th level of the physical body. However, Ye Linkong awakened the Chaos Holy Body Tao fetus constitution, and without being suppressed by the Tao shackles naturally could not limit his breakthrough. And, because of his successful breakthrough, he broke the rules of the Tao, and the shackles of the Tao were shattered. In the future, the human race will no longer be restricted and can challenge the 13-fold physical realm, the ultimate physical realm of the universe. The years of joint efforts of the Johnson & Johnson spirits have all been in vain. No. Why did people break through the shackles of the great road that our various tribes sacrificed so much for? This scene made the universe's most powerful beings extremely angry, emitting a deafening roar. Countless star worlds are shaking and crumbling. Very unwilling. Ha ha ha, the shackles of the main road have been broken. This is a sign of the prosperity of our human race. On the contrary, upon seeing this scene, the human beings burst into laughter one by one. Even some elderly people are filled with tears. The humiliation of the past is vividly remembered. The sky is deceiving me, I can't figure out who this person is or where he is. Damn it. You must kill this human kid. Destroying the efforts of our various tribes over the years, we must die. Countless strong spirits emit terrifying roars, full of boundless killing intent. The changes that occur in the universe are not known to the sky at night. At this moment, he felt a long-lost and powerful energy surging within his body. Excitedly clenched his fist and shouted loudly. It's so great. At this moment, he felt his physical body incredibly powerful, possessing a massive force of millions of kilograms, full of incredible power. 12 mysterious golden rune arrays were engraved inside his body, deeply imprinted in his body. Like a sun shining brightly, mysterious and powerful. There are a total of 12 divine treasures in the human body. 10 layers of flesh, open 1. 11 layers of flesh, open 3 seats. 12 layers of flesh, open 6 seats. And if the body is 13 times heavier, all 12 seats will be opened. Every hidden deity within a building contains an incredible and powerful force. At this moment, all 12 divine treasures in Ye Linkong's body were opened, and his physical body had already undergone the ultimate transformation. The physical strength level is comparable to that of the most powerful spiritual offspring in the universe. At this moment, Ye Linkong is like a true dragon cub walking in the world. The physical strength has reached a terrifying and astonishing level. That's also why the Xiansheng spirit clan will work together to prevent the human race from breaking through the 13 realms of the physical body. The human race is already strong enough. It's unfair to make their physical bodies reach the level of the strongest living beings. What advantage do these cosmic beings have in the face of humanity? Even if I only have a physical realm now, I'm afraid my combat power is far stronger than before I was deposed. Ye Linkong shouted excitedly. The long-lost sense of power excited him immensely. I finally have the capital to seek revenge on that despicable woman. I can lead the Yi family to the peak to repay my father's kindness. The haze of the past has now completely disappeared. What is this? Suddenly, Ye Linkong discovered that a golden bone had grown inside his body. On the bones, there are numerous mysterious runes adorned, shining brightly and emitting an boundless and powerful aura. Ye Linkong can be very certain that this golden bone is newly grown and did not exist before. He vaguely guessed in his heart that it might be related to his own background. At first glance, it was an extraordinary thing. Anyway, it was not a bad thing, and Ye Linkong no longer continued to dwell on it. He sat cross-legged, ready to start attacking the second realm of cultivation, the Qi realm. The Qi realm can be further divided into 4 realms. Qi dynamic, cyclone, Qi vigorous, and Qi explosive. At the time of the Xiansheng Cave, Ye Linkong, at a young age, cultivated to the Qi explosion realm. Just as Ye Linkong was preparing to challenge the realm, a boy was panting heavily and ran to the cliff at the top of the mountain in an extremely anxious manner. Young master, finally found you. The boy's name is Yi Qing, and he is Ye Linkong's close servant. Yi Qing, what's the urgent matter? Looking at Yi Qing, who was extremely anxious, Ye Linkong frowned lightly. Young master, the young lady of the Murong family came to divorce, and the head of the family got into an argument with them, and was also injured. The Murong family is really deceiving people too much. Yi Qing said angrily. End of this chapter. Chapter 4. Divorce. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 4 Divorce. What? Father was injured by someone. Ye Linkong's face was full of anger, and his eyes darkened. Dare to harm your father, seek death. Yes, young master, the Murong family really bullies people too much. How did the Murong family curry favor with the Yi family and show respect to the young master in the beginning? Over the years, the Yi family has also provided them with a lot of help. Now that the Yi family has just been in trouble, they are starting to fall into trouble. It's really unreasonable. It's too bullying. Yi Qing also complained, very dissatisfied. Human emotions are warm and cold, and the world is cold and desolate. Let's go back with me. I want to see who dares to act recklessly in my Yi family. Ye Linkong let out a cold snort. Now that the golden finger has been credited to the account, the Murong family is nothing more than ants and doesn't take it to heart. The Murong family is the first family in Muyun City. The head of the family, Murong Hui and Yi Zhan, were sworn brothers who went out to experience together when they were young, forming a deep friendship. Therefore, since childhood, Ye Linkong has been engaged to Murong Xian. To continue the deep friendship between the two families. Murong, your Murong family is bullying people too much. In the Xiansheng Cave, I almost lost my life in order to save your life. Is this how you treat me now? Has your conscience been eaten by the dog? Yi Zhan looked angry and glared angrily at his former good brother. I never dreamed that Murong could treat me like this. Now that Ye Linkong has become a useless person, Yizhan does not want to implicate Murong Xian's promising future. Therefore, I also plan to find an opportunity to personally go to the Murong family, peacefully terminate this marriage, and give Murong Xian freedom. However, the Murong family should not have done anything wrong, and they came to withdraw their marriage with great fanfare, attempting to humiliate the Yi family and Ye Linkong. What's even more infuriating is that even if we let it go, it brought about the current affection of Murong Xian. After all, in name, Murong Xian is still the expectant wife of the Yi family. Such behavior is the greatest humiliation to the Yi family. No wonder Yizhan was so angry that he didn't hesitate to take action. However, he was clearly defeated and suffered some minor injuries. Master Yi, now your son has become a useless person, and I have been taken as a disciple by the leader of Fenglan sect. There is a huge difference in identity, one is the phoenix in the sky, and the other is the crawler on the ground. It is not what I used to be, and I am no longer worthy. It is natural for the Murong family to come and divorce. Why is Master Yi so stubborn? Let Ye Linkong come and sign the divorce agreement. In the hall, a beautiful and tall girl in purple clothes spoke calmly. It's Murong Xian. The title of Yizhan has also changed from Uncle Yi to the head of the Yi family. It can be seen that in my heart, I have completely looked down on the Yi family. The Fenglan sect in her mouth is one of the super sects in the northern realm. At first, Ye Linkong, who was still in the holy cave, was an unattainable existence for her. Nature wants to become his wife. Now, a useless person with completely useless cultivation, how can she be worthy of Murong Xian? The Yi family should not offer toasts, refuse to eat, or be punished with alcohol. Let that useless person come out and sign the divorce agreement as soon as possible. A young man dressed in gorgeous clothes spoke coldly at this moment. It is the man that Murong Xian is now climbing onto. He has an extremely noble status, as the third prince of the Dalai dynasty, Luoyu. The Dalai kingdom is the hegemon and strongest force in the northern region. Ruling endless territories, the country's strength is unparalleled. The Murong family came with great force and insisted on humiliating the Yi family, which was naturally instructed by Luoyu. After all, Murong Xian was once the fiancé of Ye Linkong. He certainly has some taste in his heart. Only by humiliating Ye Linkong can one balance their mentality. Moreover, humiliating this genius who once made the entire northern territory proud is also a form of pride. The Murong family wanted to curry favor with Prince Luoyu, but could only comply with his wishes. Otherwise, Murong Hui would not have done such a heartless thing. After all, the relationship between the two families is not shallow. As long as Yizhan is still alive, I can't expect Kong heir to sign the divorce agreement. Yizhan's eyes were angry and his attitude was firm. In the dark and yellow world, if the man signs the divorce agreement, it is a great shame and he can never lift his head. Even if we sacrifice our lives, we must protect our son's last bit of dignity. Brother Yi. Sigh, why bother? Let Lin Kong's nephew come out and sign the divorce agreement. At this point, resistance won't have much effect. Let's call the friendship between our two families an end today. Murong let out a sigh. Although he has a brotherly relationship with Yizhan, compared to the future of the Murong family, it is completely insignificant. The third prince has a great chance of ascending to the throne. In the future, it is only natural for her daughter to ascend to the throne of Empress Daluo. The Murong family became a relative of the imperial family, and the entire family was about to soar to the sky. Even if we sacrifice our good brothers and family, we will not hesitate. Father, why bother talking so much to the Yi family? If Ye Linkong's shrinking head turtle doesn't come out again, he will catch Yizhan and force him to appear. Otherwise, it would be destroying the entire Yi family. Of course, making an engagement with Ye Linkong is the greatest shame in my life. Murong Xian said coldly. Then, carefully looking at Luoyu. I'm afraid the third prince may have a hint of unhappiness. This is his chance to fly up a branch and become a phoenix. Compared to the future empress of Dalai, the status of the disciples of the Fenglan sect is not worth mentioning at all. Looking at the smiling third prince, Murong Xian breathed a sigh of relief. I'm afraid that this matter will create resentment in his heart. Therefore, he acted extremely heartless in front of Yizhan. As long as Uncle Murong says a word, my prince will immediately send someone to destroy the Yi family. Even a small family dare not resist. The third prince, Luoyu, also had a slightly raised corner of his mouth and spoke with a faint smile. At this moment, an old man in green beside him stared fixedly at Yizhan. A powerful extraordinary force erupted and swept across the entire hall. As soon as the third prince spoke, he immediately took Yizhan's life. Yizhan's face was pale, his fists clenched tightly, and he was extremely angry. Bullying people too much. It seems that the Yi family's calamity today cannot be avoided. I couldn't help but feel a hint of despair in my heart. Who dares to harm my father? At this moment, a roar of anger came through. Like thunder exploding in the sky. I saw a handsome and slender young man walking quickly into the hall. Empty. Ye Linkong. Murong and others were surprised. At this moment, Ye Linkong did not show any signs of despair. On the contrary, his temperament is soaring, his heroic figure is full of confidence on his face. Is this like a useless person with completely useless cultivation? I am very puzzled in my heart. Ye Linkong, you useless person, the shrunken turtle finally dares to come out. Hurry up and sign the divorce agreement. Murong Xian gave Ye Linkong a disgusted look on her face. Then he casually threw the divorce notice in front of him. The arrogance that I once could only look up to is now annoying no matter how I look at it. Today is not the same as before. Now he is a phoenix in the sky, just a pitiful little reptile on the ground. End of this chapter. Chapter 5. Who is the true dragon phoenix? Who is a ground crawler? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 5. Who is the true dragon phoenix? Who is a ground crawler? Bitch, slut. If the engagement is not terminated for one day, you will be my wife of the Yi family. If you dare to steal men outside, you are a shameless and promiscuous woman who does not abide by women's morals. Ye Linkong did not take the divorce notice, but instead spoke up and cursed at Murong Xian. Shocking, shocking, unbelievable. Everyone in the hall was completely shocked. Stunned and unable to believe my ears. How could Ye Linkong say such insulting words to Murong Xian? Do you still consider yourself to be a genius from a former sage cave? You. Murong Xian's jade face was filled with anger, pointing angrily at Ye Linkong. She is a proud woman from heaven, the future empress of Daluo. Unexpectedly, being insulted by a useless person as a slut who does not abide by women's morals, a lowly woman. She couldn't bear the great shame and humiliation. You useless person, really consider yourself or that genius. I want you to understand that now you are just a pitiful reptile on the ground, and I am the phoenix in the sky that you can only look up to. Angry Murong Xian, the vitality of the Qi realm burst out in an instant. The strong vitality condensed into a trained rainbow, without any hesitation, and killed Ye Linkong. Yizhan's face turned pale with fear, his eyes widened, and he shouted angrily, Murong Xian, do you dare to kill Kong Er? I wanted to rescue him, but was suppressed by the old man beside Luoyu, who had a strong aura and was unable to do so. This made Yizhan's eyes ferocious, angry, and heart sorrowful. Is the sky about to fall today? Faced with Murong Xian's full blow, Ye Linkong sneered and completely ignored it. Although I only have physical cultivation. But the ultimate physical realm of the universe, with a single hand weighing millions of pounds of immense power, is unmatched by practitioners in the small Qi realm. Seeing that Murong Xian had already been killed in front of her. There was a hint of venomous killing intent in her eyes. If Ye Linkong is killed, there must be no more resentment in the third prince's heart. In order to become the Empress of Dalai in the future and for the Murong family to rise, the only way is to sacrifice this person who I once admired and admired. Boom! Suddenly, an unparalleled momentum burst out from Ye Linkong's body. He seemed like a real dragon cub walking on the world, imposing and imposing. At this moment, Ye Linkong swung his fist and shot towards Murong Xian. Boom! The tremendous force made the entire hall tremble. Pushi, faced with the limits of the physical realm of the universe, a fist that weighs millions of pounds with one hand and a cultivator in a mere pneumatic realm are nothing but ants. With just one punch, Murong Xian was blasted away, spewing out a mouthful of blood and shattering all her bones. Even those two magnificent peaks were shattered and collapsed by powerful forces. Ye Linkong showed no mercy at all. This. How could it be possible? A useless person defeated Xian with one punch. At this moment, Murong and others were completely stunned and couldn't believe what they had seen with their own eyes. Without any fluctuations in vitality and pure physical strength, how did he achieve a punch to defeat a cultivator in the pneumatic realm? The old man in green beside the third prince looked incredulous and shocked. Haha! My son is a peerless demon, how could he easily fall? Murong negative, now you know who the reptiles on the ground are and who the true dragons in the sky are, right? My son is a rare genius in the northern region, and your daughter deserves it. Watching Ye Linkong demonstrate his divine power, Yi Zhan burst into laughter. My heart feels incredibly refreshed. Yenner. Murong let out a mournful roar and quickly picked up his daughter. At this moment, Murong Xian's bones were shattered and she couldn't move at all, unable to even speak. His face was filled with shock and unwillingness. The gaze towards Ye Linkong was filled with endless resentment. This shameless and rotten woman is not uncommon in my Yi family. Murong Xian heard it clearly. If you don't follow the rules of women, from today on, I, Ye Linkong, will dismiss you. Ye Linkong confidently threw a divorce certificate at Murong Xian. Seeing this scene, Luo Yu was instantly enraged. Murong Xian is now his woman. Ye Linkong humiliated and injured her like this, but he didn't give himself face and slapped himself in the face. Ye Linkong, dare you hurt and humiliate Yenner, and seek death. The third prince stood high and mighty, as if the emperor had arrived, and shouted. Ye Linkong is no longer a disciple of Xiansheng Tian. Even if he can practice again, there is no need to be afraid. Humph, the account for seducing my wife from the Yi family has not been settled yet. You dare to bark there. However, now that I don't want these worn-out shoes, I'll give them to you. Picking up this young master's tattered shoes to wear must be very refreshing. Ye Linkong didn't spare anyone and laughed mockingly. I can only show off my authority in my mouth. I want to see how capable you, the once famous Tianjiao in the northern regions, are. The third prince said in a cold voice, his eyes full of killing intent. Perhaps his meridians have been restored and he is starting to repair them. However, there is no fluctuation of vitality in the body, clearly still in the physical realm. No matter how strong the physical realm is, where can it become so powerful? As the most promising prince to inherit the throne, it is naturally not simple. We have already broken through to half an extraordinary level. At his age, he can definitely be considered a genius. Above the Qi realm is the third realm on the path of cultivation, the extraordinary realm. Zheng. The third prince drew his sword and flew towards Ye Linkong with a lightning-fast sword. You should know that as the lord of Blackstone City, only the family leader Yi Zhangang is able to break through the extraordinary realm. It can be seen that half-step extraordinary is already considered a very powerful cultivator. The third prince's sword was completely exerted with all his might, without any mercy. Yi Linkong's talent is too strong. If we don't eradicate it today, it will inevitably lead to great disaster in the future. Empty, be careful. Yi Zhan quickly reminded. My heart is filled with worries. Although his genius son has returned, he has resumed his cultivation and is still in the physical realm. Boom! At this moment, a formation of 3 runes suddenly appeared above Ye Linkong's head, spinning around him. Like a 3-wheeled sun, shining brightly, incredibly hot, full of incredible energy. Faced with the extraordinary third prince, one must use some true skills. The use of divine power is currently Ye Linkong's strongest attack method. Surprisingly, there are 3 divine treasures with 11 layers of flesh. At this moment, the whole audience was dumbfounded. Unexpectedly, Ye Linkong, who had become a useless person, not only fully recovered but also broke through to the 11th level of his physical body. Okay, that's great. After a great calamity, there will always be good fortune, washing away all the lead. Now, the sky has truly become a true dragon in the sky, soaring into the sky. Yi Zhan burst out laughing with great joy. My own son is really excellent. Being a dad feels proud. No wonder she was able to defeat Xian with pure physical strength. 11 layers of physical body, unlocking the hidden power within 3 bodies, with infinite potential. At this moment, Murong Wei seemed to have some regrets. A super demon with 11 layers of flesh. If it doesn't fall, it will definitely become a powerhouse standing at the peak of the entire Xianhuan world in the future. In the history of the northern domain hegemon, the Dalai dynasty, no one has ever broken through to the 11th level of physical strength. Murong Xian also widened her eyes in surprise, looking incredulous. However, without the protection of the holy cave, I wonder if your true dragon can grow up smoothly. The killing intent surged in his eyes. Ye Linkong's humiliation towards her was vivid in his eyes. What he was proud of was actually destroyed, and his hatred was immense. That's why it's often said that it's better to offend petty people than women. End of this chapter. Chapter 6. Strong flash sale, shocking the entire audience. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 6. Strong flash sale, shocking the entire audience. Watching Ye Linkong, who was surrounded by 3 divine treasures, immediately startled the third prince. I didn't expect this kid to not only be reborn from the ashes, but also take it further. This further strengthened the third prince's killing intent. If Ye Linkong is not killed, he will become a great enemy of the Dalai dynasty. Today it must be strangled in the cradle. Kill. The whole body's vitality was infused into the long sword, and the sword energy surged into the sky, shining brightly. The sharp sword energy cuts through the void and makes a hissing sound. Both Yi Zhan and Murong Yang's faces changed. The 2 practitioners in the extraordinary realm both felt a painful tear on their faces from the sword energy. It is evident how powerful the third prince is. He has a considerable level of expertise in swordsmanship. True dragons are always true dragons, and reptiles are always reptiles, an unchangeable fact. Ye Linkong snorted coldly, carrying the power of 3 divine treasures with 1 arm and 1,000,000 pounds, surging towards the third prince in a grand manner. If 10,000 horses gallop, rivers burst their banks, and stars crumble. The powerful power causes the void to vibrate and create huge storms. At this moment, Ye Linkong had a towering aura on his body, like a prehistoric ferocious beast exiting the gate, incredibly fierce. Click! Ye Linkong's punch directly shattered the third prince's sword. The third prince also flew out like a broken kite. Bang! He fell hard to the floor. Her hair was disheveled, and blood overflowed from the corners of her mouth, making her extremely miserable. With the same move, Ye Linkong suppressed the extraordinary third prince. Terrifying. This is the terrifying aspect of the limits of the physical realm universe. Like a universe walking on the same head, it is a young Johnson spirit. Too strong. Is this the strength of the 11 layers of flesh? It's really terrifying. The whole audience was dumbfounded, staring and stuttering one by one, constantly swallowing saliva. In the physical realm, defeat half a step extraordinary with one move, unbelievable. You lowly commoner, dare to hurt me. The third prince was in excruciating pain all over and shouted angrily. I am the Grand Prince of Luo, but I was beaten to the point where my bones were broken. I have never suffered such a great humiliation before. With a murderous intent, his eyes widened. Yi Zhan, your Yi family has caused a big disaster. Do you know his identity? Muron gave a cold smile. Ye Linkong was reborn from the fire and broke through to the 11th level of his physical body. What about his immense combat power? Without the protection of the holy cave, offending the third prince, there is only a dead end. Yes, do you know who I am? If you dare to hurt me, the entire Yi family will bear boundless anger. The third prince endured severe pain and shouted loudly. What identity? Yi Zhan frowned slightly and asked. I am the third prince of the Dalai dynasty. Mo Lao, kill him for me and wipe out the entire Yi family. To let these lowly people know that relying solely on talent is useless, we also need a strong background. The third prince's voice trembled and he shouted with all his strength. What? The third prince of the Dalai dynasty. Yi Zhan's face turned pale from fear. This is the northern hegemon. Now that Kong heir has been expelled from the Xiansheng Cave, he has no capital to resist this northern hegemon. Today, is it really difficult for the Yi family to escape disaster? Pity my own son. Kid, if you dare to injure His Highness the Third Prince, suffer to death. At this moment, the old man in green appeared, and the extraordinary aura of the heavenly gang realm completely erupted, intimidating the whole audience. The third realm of cultivation is the extraordinary realm, which is divided into 4 sub-realms. Feitian, Tiangang, Wuyuan, and Faxiang. Every time we break through a realm, there is a qualitative transformation. Old man, was it you who injured my father just now? I want you to die. Ye Linkong stared fearlessly at the old man in green, full of killing intent, with extremely cold eyes. His family is his scales, he will die if touched. Boom. At this moment, 3 more divine Tibetan rune arrays appeared suspended above the head. 6 days in the sky, the power greatly increased. Surprisingly, 6 divine treasures have been opened. You are not 11 times the physical body, but the legendary 12 times the physical body. Everyone was shocked and they saw Yi Linkong displaying 6 hidden gods within his body. You should know that in the history of the Xianhuang Great World, no one has ever broken through to the level of 12 physical bodies. Therefore, it is said to be legendary. The third prince's face darkened and his heart was filled with jealousy. Why can a lowly commoner in a small city have such earth-shattering talent? Damn it! Why didn't such a demon talent fall on oneself? I am the Prince of Dalao. What kind of monster is this? Xian's withdrawal from marriage was the biggest mistake. Muron was completely dumbfounded. While Yi Zhan was excited, he was full of worries. I don't know if Kong heir can escape this calamity. Is it the legendary realm of the 12 realms of the body? You deserve even more. The old man in green clothes was filled with murderous intent in his eyes. The overwhelming momentum erupted, and a crack broke open on the floor of the hall. The strength of the elderly is evident from this. Therefore, it was possible to easily suppress Yi Zhan in Feitian realm. Subsequently, the old man formed a handprint, condensed the extraordinary power of Pao Yan, and formed a long rainbow, splitting towards Yi Linkong. As soon as you raise your hand, the earth shatters, which is the terrifying power of the extraordinary. Yi Linkong has not yet broken through the Qi realm, and can only rely on his strong physical combat. Whoosh! He kicked off the ground like a cannon popping out of its chamber, punching the old man in green. Quickly and fiercely, like a fierce tiger emerging from its cage, full of overwhelming momentum. Boom! After a 1-on-point-1 battle, Ye Linkong was directly bounced out, his feet exerting all their strength to step on the ground, constantly retreating, and a series of sparks emerged. I retreated several meters before barely stopping my figure. The soles of the shoes have been worn flat, and the smell of burning covers the entire hull. The true transcendent is too strong, even half a step beyond the ordinary is far inferior. It seems that in order to deal with this old guy, we must do our best. Ye Linkong's face darkened, and he thought to himself. The old man in green sneered and said, "Young man, I admit that your talent is unparalleled in the world, and you will surely reach the peak of the dark yellow one day. Unfortunately, if you can't grow up, you will ultimately be an ant. Take it to death." The boundless and powerful extraordinary power condensed into a black giant hand, full of destructive energy, and shot towards Ye Linkong. An extraordinary skill, the black annihilation palm. Yi Zhan's face changed greatly and he was extremely anxious. Even if I couldn't take this palm myself, I couldn't help but worry about Ye Linkong. "Old man, you don't understand the world of genius." Ye Linkong burst out with all his might, and a breath like that of Johnson's true dragon rose up into the sky. Like a fierce beast, crossing the river of time and stepping from ancient times. 12 blazing suns suspended above Ye Linkong's head, unleashing a terrifying aura. 12 divine treasures burst out of energy simultaneously, condensed in their right hand. Kill! Ye Linkong let out a loud roar and punched the black giant hand. In an instant, the giant hand was disintegrated and shattered. Ye Linkong did not stop attacking and threw a full punch at the old man. The old man in green changed his face and quickly gathered a strong energy mask to protect himself inside. This is the protective light shield that only cultivators in the heavenly gang realm can gather. Boom! A punch hit the lampshade, and the old man retreated several zhang, but the lampshade did not break. However, this scene also frightened everyone. 10. 12 divine treasures. No one would have dreamed that Ye Linkong would sacrifice 12 divine treasures of power. The look in Ye Linkong's eyes was filled with fear. What kind of demon is this? Completely overturned their cognition. Legend has it that the 6 divine treasures are the limit. How could it be possible to cultivate 12 divine treasures? Murong Xian's face turned pale and she shook her head in despair. At this moment, I couldn't help but feel regret in my heart. From the perspective of cultivators in the Xianhuang Great World, they naturally would not know the existence of the 13-fold physical body. How on earth did you do it? The old man in green clothes surprisingly developed a look of fear. 12 divine treasures, unprecedented. You don't need to know about this. Old dog, if you hurt my father, he will definitely die today. Ye Linkong naturally wouldn't tell him that he did it by cheating. Anyway, I have offended the Dalai dynasty, why not launch a killing spree? After experiencing a huge change, Ye Linkong's personality also changed, becoming decisive in killing. Haha. The old man in green laughed heartily. I have to admit, you are a demon, unparalleled in the world, but you are only in a physical realm. How can you kill me? The voice was filled with disdain. Is that right? Suddenly, Ye Linkong showed a strange smile. After just erupting the power of the 12 divine treasures, he discovered the golden bone inside his body and awakened a new function. This surprised him greatly. A golden light rushed out of his body. The speed is extremely fast, and no one has time to react. Directly pierced through the chest of the old man in green clothes. Pushi, after the old man in green let out a scream, he fell under this golden light. The whole scene was shocked, even breathing stopped. The old man in green clothes in the heavenly gang realm was unexpectedly killed in a flash. Meanwhile, in the distant starry sky, a young man and woman suddenly froze, as if sensing something. This is the breath of the emperor's bones. Is it our son? The majestic and heroic man spoke in surprise. Is it really empty? We searched for him for 16 years and traveled countless star regions. Unparalleled beauty, like a fairy walking out of the moon palace, couldn't help but shed tears. End of this chapter. Chapter 7. Who dares to harm my son? The parents of the godless race have been found. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The source has no content or has errors. Chapter 8. Your arrogant capital, in my eyes, can be easily extinguished. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 8. Your arrogant capital, in my eyes, can be easily extinguished. After the majestic voice fell, the entire time and space seemed to remain motionless. The terrifying pressure made everyone's bodies unable to move. Like the power of heaven, unable to resist. What person? Uncle Long was greatly surprised and his face suddenly changed. This is the first time I have seen such terrifying pressure, and my heart is filled with fear. I saw 2 rays of light descending from the distant starry sky and landing in the hall of the Yi family. The light dissipated, and a spirited young man and a stunning woman appeared in front of everyone. The 2 of them seemed to have walked out of mythology, with flying temperament and a fairy-like presence in the dust. Empty, are you? You my free time. My parents finally found you. As soon as the couple arrived, they stared fixedly at Ye Linkong, their voices trembling. The woman's eyes were filled with tears. At their level, they can naturally sense blood connections, so it is impossible to mistake them. A child who has suffered a lot. Not long after birth, he encountered adversity and separated from himself, but his whereabouts remain unknown for many years. Searching for the lost child has almost become a knot in their hearts. Live to see people, die to see corpses. I will never give up until I find my son. Over the years, I have traveled through endless star regions, missing each other day and night. Now that they have finally found their son, the 2 of them burst into tears of joy, tears blurring their eyes. Are you really my parents? Ye Linkong looked at the 2 people in shock. Fortunately, he knew in advance that Yi Zhan was not his biological father, otherwise he would not have been able to accept it for a moment. Unexpectedly, on the day of my divorce, my biological parents arrived. Isn't Ye Linkong's father Yi Zhan? Muron looked puzzled. Why did Ye Linkong suddenly have an unfamiliar pair of parents? And depending on the situation, it seems that these 2 people have a long history. At this moment, Yi Zhan took the initiative to stand up, his eyes showing reluctance. Empty, even now, as a father, I have to tell you a secret. Actually, you are not my biological child. I found you young in the snow back then. And I also found a jade pendant on you with the 3 characters Ye Linkong engraved on it, so I adopted you. Now that Kong Air's biological parents have come, Yi Zhan feels very uncomfortable. As if my favorite thing had been taken away, my heart was empty. However, Yi Zhan also breathed a sigh of relief. At first glance, these 2 people are not easy. Today's calamity of Kong Air should be able to pass smoothly, right? He didn't know that Ye Linkong had long known that he wasn't his biological child. Who makes him a traveler knows what happened during infancy. Father, I actually knew it a long time ago. Thank you for all the hard work you've done for me over the years. Whether before or in the future, you will always be like a biological father. Ye Linkong said sincerely and seriously. Yi Zhan's position in his heart is irreplaceable by others. Okay, you will always be my son Yi Zhan. Yi Zhan laughed happily. Good son. The slightest discomfort in my heart has finally been relieved. Master Yi raised you to adulthood, so you should indeed treat him like your own father. Yi asked and nodded in satisfaction. A grateful heart is the most fundamental character of a person. The child pays respects to their father and mother. Ye Linkong bowed to Yi and his wife. Since I have occupied the body of that baby, I must inherit everything from him. Kong Air, my child, my mother has been missing you for 16 years. Jun Qingli quickly ran up and hugged Ye Linkong tightly, her delicate body trembling and tears streaming down her face. She was afraid that she was dreaming. The son that was finally found disappeared again. Ye's eyes became sour and blurred, with a smile on his face. Good kid, the physical realm has defeated the extraordinary. He is truly the demon genius of my Yi family. That group of people caused you to lose your imperial bones back then, but how could my son easily fall? He will definitely rise again and personally seek justice. Yi asked happily and said. Not only did he find his son, but he was also amazed by his talent. I won't disturb the reunion of the three of you. After speaking, Uncle Long plans to leave with the third prince and others. He has no confidence in dealing with these two suddenly appearing people, and the current plan can only be taken as a top priority. You want to kill my son and leave easily like this? Yi asked and stared coldly at Long Shu, which made him shudder. This made Uncle Long's heart tremble and his body couldn't help but soften. Your Excellency, this is the third prince of our Dalai dynasty. Please give me some face, I am sure the Dalai dynasty will be extremely grateful. Realizing that he was not a match, Uncle Long quickly removed the colossal object of the Dalai dynasty. Wanted to scare off Yi and ask. Is your background stronger than mine? Do you want to threaten me and let you go? Upon hearing this, Yi asked with a sneer. I saw him casually extend a finger, pointing towards the void. Suddenly, the void was torn apart. On the other side of the void is the imperial city of the Dalai dynasty, the Dalai city. Magnificent and magnificent, the city walls are towering, incredibly huge, and majestic. What? This. How could the void be torn apart? At this moment, Uncle Long, Yi Zhan, Morong Negative and others were all dumbfounded. This completely overturned their cognition. Can cultivators really be so powerful that they can even tear apart the void? In my heart, I was extremely frightened. What terrifying origin is this mysterious powerhouse? This is your arrogance, wanting to kill my son's confidence. You're just an ant in front of me, you can kill me with just a flick of your finger. Yi asked arrogantly. Hurt my son, he will definitely die. I saw Yi Wenwen's finger pointing through the air. Suddenly, the city of Daluo on the other end of the void was shattered in an instant. What exactly happened? Is this a heavenly punishment coming? A mournful roar was heard in the city of Dala. Immediately after, the owner of the sound instantly turned into a mist of blood. Uncle Long and the third prince were frightened and immediately collapsed to the ground. They recognized who the owner of the sound was. He is the ancestor of the royal family, the guardian deity of the Dalai dynasty, and the strongest. Terrified, the royal ancestor who was wandering in the heavenly realm was unexpectedly killed in a flash from afar. Even the vast city of Daluo was separated by a single finger, and it was completely destroyed. Oh my goodness, to what extent can this be achieved? The father and daughter of the Morong family were almost scared to death. Just now, I mocked Ye Linkong. Although he has amazing talent, he has no background and is ultimately an ant. Unexpectedly, in the blink of an eye, his biological parents came knocking on him. With a flick of his finger, he destroyed the city of Dala from afar. Destroyed the strongest power of the great Luo dynasty in the northern regions. Its astonishing background is unimaginable. It turns out that the clown is waiting for him. Ye Linkong was also startled. Is the Dalai dynasty destroyed like this? This is too exaggerated, too incredible, too powerful. What is the terrifying origin of my suddenly appearing biological parents? Unexpectedly possessing such astonishing strength. I'm afraid the holy cave I previously worshipped may not have such terrifying power. End of this chapter. Chapter 9. The Invincible Background of Terror. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 9. The invincible background of terror, what confidence capital do you have now that you dare to use to threaten me? Not to mention the only Dalai dynasty, even the entire Xian Huang world in front of me is just an ant, it can be destroyed with just a flick of a finger. Yi asked with both hands on his back, looking at Uncle Long and the third prince, and said with an extremely domineering tone. Due to the negligence of both husband and wife, their son was born shortly after and encountered adversity. I had a deep debt in my heart towards my son and felt sorry for him. Now that I have finally found my son, but have seen someone bully him with my own eyes, I am naturally extremely angry. Killing hearts arise everywhere. For the sake of his son, Yi Wenwen even dared to destroy the entire Xian Huang world. He has this strength himself and doesn't need to rely on the power of his family. Faced with the powerful and domineering Yi Wen, Long Shu, a celestial realm powerhouse, immediately felt his legs weak and scared, kneeling on the ground in extreme fear. Especially the third prince, who seemed to have lost his mind and remained in place, his face full of fear. Is the capital that I rely on to stand tall and overlook Ye Linkong shattered by bullets like this? He struggled to accept such a result for a moment. The third prince smiled bitterly in his heart. Just now, I also mocked Ye Linkong for having no background, and in my eyes, he was like an ant that could be pinched to death at will. Now I realize that in front of Ye Linkong's background, I am the real ant. Like tiny ants on the ground, facing dragons in the sky. How ridiculous this is. Alright, it's time to take you on your way. In the next life, be open-minded and not everyone can be bullied. Yi Wendao stopped talking nonsense and waved his hand lightly. Uncle Long, father and daughter Murong, the third prince turned into a mist of blood and died to the point where he could no longer die. If he wanted to kill his own son, Yi asked and couldn't let them go. Before death, Murong Yang and Murong Xian regretted it to the extreme. Why did the Murong family come to withdraw their marriage in a brainless manner? If your family of three reunites well, I won't disturb you anymore. Yi Zhan smiled slightly and left the hall. He knows that the three of them have a lot to say. Sorry to bother you here. Moreover, too many things have just happened and he needs to step forward to appease the frightened tribe. Kong Air, since your parents have found you, you will not be wronged or bullied again in the future. In the future, you can do whatever you want to do boldly. Even if you cause a big disaster, there will still be a mother to support you, and no one can do anything about you. Jun Qingli looked at his son with a doting expression on his face. With the debt she owed to Ye Linkong in her heart, she was afraid that she would spoil this son to feel at ease. Empty, your mother said it well. Don't worry, just go ahead and do it boldly. The strength of our Yi family is beyond your imagination. Stepping into a star realm is also an easy task. Even if you are lawless and provoke superpowers in the universe, your parents can still hold you back. What happened back then is absolutely not allowed to happen again, no one dares to harm you again. Yi asked, clenching his fists tightly and his gaze unwavering. I have finally found my son who has suffered for 16 years, and I must make up for the debt I owe him. Not bad, whichever force dares to harm my son, I dare to take them down. Jun Qingli said forcefully. She is the saint of an immortal holy land in the universe. High status and terrifying strength. Looking at his parents who were incredibly powerful and domineering, Ye Linkong felt a bit confused for a moment. The system just arrived and now gives itself an invincible background. This is too exciting, isn't it? System plus invincible background, is this not taking off in place? If in this way, one cannot suppress an era, be dictatorial for eternity, invincible to the heavens. That would be too embarrassing for the traveler. Dad, Mom, what exactly is the background of our Yi family? Ye Linkong couldn't help but ask. What kind of terrifying background gives the two of them the confidence to speak such domineering words? Yi asked with a smile and said, you should know, Emperor. Ye Linkong nodded and said, in the records of the Xiansheng Cave, the great emperor is the strongest in this world. Ye asked and said, not bad, the great emperor is the highest level of cultivation. He reigns in heaven and earth, commands the vast stars, and the universe is revered together. He is invincible in the 9 heavens and 10 earth, and no one can resist, suppressing an era. And the families that have produced emperors are called imperial families. Over the long years of the universe, countless great emperors have emerged, as well as countless imperial clans. Some of these imperial clans fell midway, some disappeared, and some remained strong. Ye Linkong exclaimed in surprise, so, my Yi family is an imperial clan. My heart trembled uncontrollably, I didn't expect my parents' background to be so terrifying. No wonder you dare to say such domineering words. The imperial clan. This is the most powerful family in the world. A family with imperial blood and the inheritance of the great emperor. Ye asked with a slight smile, Kong heir, you underestimate my Yi tribe too much. I, the Yi tribe, still hold a higher position than the emperor tribe. What? Above the imperial clan? Ye Linkong was shocked and looked incredulous. Is the background of parents even more terrifying than that of the imperial race? Oh my God, what kind of existence is it? Looking at his shocked son, Yi asked with a satisfied smile. He no longer played tricks and said directly, above the imperial clan, there is the non-god clan. The universe has lasted for a long time, and there have been several thousand or even tens of thousands of emperors who have appeared. And there have only been 4 non-god races in history. It is the most powerful family in the universe, and the Yi family is one of them. To become a non-god race, there must be an emperor in the family who is granted the title of Heavenly Emperor. Emperor Yi is the founder of our Yi family. Legend has it that he suppressed all the great emperors of his time and defeated the invincible hands of the universe. Even the great emperors had more than 10 fallen into his hands, which is the terror of those who bestowed the title of Heavenly Emperor. Upon hearing this, Yi Linkong's blood boiled with excitement, and he did not expect the origin of the Yi family to be so terrifying. The ancestor, Emperor Yi Tian, even slaughtered the great emperor at will. Too strong. Empty, the strength of our Yi family is beyond your imagination. It's hard to articulate in just a few words. When you get to know each other in the future, you will gradually understand. By the way, the Yi Emperor Star Domain is the territory of our Yi tribe, ruling over tens of thousands of stars like the Xiansheng world. As for your mother, she is the saint of Yaoqi heaven, one of the 4 sacred sites in the universe. Speaking of Yaoqi heaven, its history is even longer than that of the 4 major non-gods races. It is rumored that the chaos of the universe had already existed in the world since its inception. Ancient and mysterious, with immeasurable strength. Your grandfather, on the other hand, is the Lord of the Sword Emperor City, one of the supreme powerhouses that intimidates the 9 heavens and 10 earth. In this era, the Jun family has produced many outstanding figures, all of whom are remarkable. You will have the opportunity to see them in the future. Yi asked and said. Upon hearing this, Yi Linkong was completely shocked. I thought my father, the Yi tribe, was already powerful enough, unbelievable. Unexpectedly, my mother's background was equally powerful. The Holy Maiden of the Holy Land of the Universe, your family is not simple either. Both parents have equally vast backgrounds, no wonder the 2 dare to speak such powerful and domineering words. Let yourself do whatever you want. Strive for cultivation talent and have your own system. Pinyin background, I have no background in the God race and the Holy Land of the Universe. This vast universe, endless arrogance, what are you fighting me with? I am truly invincible. Yi Linkong thought to himself. Under such conditions, if you are still unable to embark on an invincible path, you can just hit and kill yourself. End of this chapter. Chapter 10. The Truth of the Year, Stunning Parents' Talent. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 10. The Truth of the Year, Stunning Parents' Talent. Dad, Mom, why did I leave you? What exactly happened back then? Ye Linkong opened his mouth to inquire. Since my parents have such a big background, I shouldn't be forcibly sent away by tearing apart the void. Ye asked helplessly and said, because you are a born emperor bone. Pifu is innocent and blames others. Although the imperial bone has brought powerful cultivation talents, it also brings envy and misfortune. Born emperor bone. Ye Linkong looked at Yi in confusion and asked. So it seems that the mysterious golden bone is the so-called imperial bone. The great emperor is the strongest of the human race, but it is extremely difficult to become the great emperor. It is rumored that those who possess imperial bones are born with a trace of great imperial power, and the bottleneck of achieving enlightenment and becoming emperor will not be too difficult to break. In history, it is recorded that there were 15 natural emperor bones, of which 7 eventually became emperors. After hearing that you were born with an emperor bone, your grandfather was very happy and insisted on catching the strongest creature in the universe, using its divine blood to refine your physical body and build a foundation. I don't know what happened, but suddenly your grandfather's whereabouts are unknown. Sigh. Otherwise, how dare those people harm you like this? Your grandfather is one of the strongest in our lineage, with unparalleled strength. With your grandfather's temper, he will definitely go on a killing spree, killing all those people, leaving no one behind, even if it's his own close relatives. Yi asked with a worried expression. 16 years have passed, and my father has not received any news. I don't know if it's life or death. Dad, who exactly wants to harm me? Yi Linkong asked. At this moment, Yi asked and continued, your cousin Yi Xiansheng, the innate supreme divine body, is the physique possessed by his ancestor Yi Tiandi. This is one of the strongest combat constitutions in the universe, known as invincible in the same realm. If he could become the great emperor, he would surely inherit the glory of his ancestors and lead the Yi tribe out of the second heavenly emperor. Breaking through the great emperor is extremely difficult. Moreover, in this era of emperor's downfall, the Tao is not clear, and for many years no one has proven that the Tao has become emperor. And the emperor's bones can greatly reduce the difficulty of breaking through the emperor, so your aunt has a bad idea. She spread false news that we had received information about your grandfather's whereabouts. Your mother and I believed it to be true and immediately went there. But in my dreams, I never expected that she would take advantage of this time to poison you, forcibly remove the emperor's bone from your body, and use a secret method to graft it onto your cousin's body. Fortunately, Elder Jiu took timely action and tore open the void to send you away, otherwise your life would be in danger. It seems that the child died after being dug out of the emperor's bones. Only then did I have the ability to borrow a corpse to revive my soul. After learning the truth, Yi Linkong secretly thought to himself. I don't know whether to be grateful or sad. After all, if that child doesn't die, it's impossible for him to occupy the magpie's nest and gain an invincible background. Yi asked and continued, after my father returned and learned this news, he was extremely angry and launched a killing spree. These animals dare to treat you so young. So, I killed that lowly woman, destroyed her family, and killed many clan elders of that lineage until I reached your cousin. I intended to kill Yi Xiansheng and seek justice for you, but the 18th emperor crawled out of the coffin and prevented me from taking action. Yi Xiansheng has the appearance of a heavenly emperor, and his family does not allow anyone to harm him. Your 18th generation ancestor was a powerful figure from ancient times, practicing for endless years. As a father, he was no match and had to give up. If you want justice back, you can only rely on yourself. We cannot intervene. After this difficulty, my son not only did not fall, but also became even stronger. I observed the emperor's bones inside you, emitting a golden light and a stronger aura. Unfortunately, even if the reincarnated emperor's bones are even stronger, it's really too difficult to defeat your cousin. It's basically impossible. With the entire tribe's resources, the gap between you and him is really huge now. Thinking of the rumors about Yi Xiansheng, even Yi Wenwen, who is also the pinnacle of the universe, feels a hint of despair and fear. Empty, it's okay. Even if you can't defeat Xiansheng, as long as your parents are still here, no one can bully you. Jun Qingli comforted. She was also very helpless about this matter, even though she was the saint of Yaoqi Tian and held a very high position. Faced with Tianjiao, who was the ultimate protector of the Yi tribe, Yaoqi Tian dared not take action. Dad, Mom, don't worry, I will definitely defeat Xiansheng and reclaim justice. Ye Linkong is full of confidence. With the system in hand, we can't even defeat Xiansheng. Why not find a piece of tofu and crash it to death? As long as he is given enough time, defeating Xiansheng is an easy task. Okay, I truly deserve to be Yi Wenwen's son, with ambition. Yi asked and laughed heartily. Although the probability of defeating Xiansheng is very small, we still need to encourage our son. By the way, you should have broken through to the 12 realms of the body in the air. To become a cosmic-level arrogance, one must break through to the 12 realms of the physical body. Yi asked. There is no fluctuation of vitality in the physical realm, and it is impossible to see the specific realm. Dad, Mom, okay. It seems like it's not the 12 realms of the physical body. You can watch for yourself. Ye Linkong said. Immediately, the 12 divine treasures, like 12 suns, surrounded his head and kept spinning. 10. 12 divine treasures, 13 layers of flesh. Oh my goodness, the person who broke the shackles of the road is actually our son. Yi Wenwen and Jun Qingli were directly shocked to the extreme, feeling extremely unbelievable. Then he burst into laughter. Xiansheng, although your talent is amazing, you have the appearance of a heavenly emperor. But even if I break the shackles of the road, I am not inferior to you. At that time, it's not certain who will be the winner. Excited, the couple's faces became serious. Empty, don't expose the matter of breaking through the 13-fold of your physical body for now. If exposed in front of outsiders, remember not to be soft-hearted and to kill and silence. If it spreads, a group of old monsters from other races will definitely not let it go. Ye Linkong nodded seriously, I will pay attention. As for the matter of the chaos holy body Dao Tai, Ye Linkong has not yet said it. Because I don't know how to explain to my parents. Kong Air, if you don't die in a great disaster, you will definitely have good fortune. It's so shocking to my parents. Your future achievements will surely surpass those of your grandfather and father. I look forward to your brilliant future. Competing with the arrogance of the universe and becoming a powerful figure in suppressing an era. Yi asked excitedly. I am so happy that my son is so excellent. Who said that Xiansheng, who has a returning physique, is the strongest genius of the Yi tribe? My son Yi Wenwen is not weaker than him, and he will definitely compete with him in the future. See who is the strongest arrogance in suppressing an era. My mother is also proud of you. Jun Qingli showed a smile, beautiful and dignified. P.S. Brothers, this book is starting to test the waters and recommend it. Only after a successful water test recommendation can one be eligible for listing, and this book can continue to be written. Book enthusiasts who like it must have more support to make this book stand out and be recommended. Never raise books. If you know how to raise books, you must keep up with updates every day. Pursuing academic performance is the only criterion for successful promotion. Thank you very much everyone. End of this chapter.